Mafia, are you ready?
He said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And I am your host, Larry Hall. This is my co-host, Joe Corrado, who obviously has something stuck in his eye.
It's the worst. Like, you can't feel it, but you know it's there.
So he does this all show. Just pay it no mind. But anyway.
Try not to, but I'm not making any promises.
So from the comebacks, actually all weekend, there was a weekend full of surprises when it comes to whether it's Impact or WWE. But I actually wanted to start and warm up to all the surprises. I wanted to start back on Dynamite. So Fytr Fest night one, which was Wednesday, this past Wednesday now tonight.
I was down the
Monday.
shore.
You were down the shore, yes. With no cable, apparently.
Yeah.
But
it's the life.
Still, Fytr Fest was pretty well done by AEW. And the first thing, I'm back and forth. I'm 50-50 on this feud that is Cody Rhodes and Malachi Black. I thought the promos...
Are you 50-50 just because his name's Malachi?
I'm 50-50 because... No, I'm 50-50 because he's going up against Cody to start off.
Well...
Considering Cody has 4 losses...
I'd be 90-10. I thought it was 2.
No, I did...
You fact-checked us?
I fact-checked us. We were wrong. It's not 2. It's 4.
Well, what is he and 4?
I didn't know. I just looked down his whole record and looked for every singles loss because he has multiple.
It's got to be in the 20s, right?
Probably, yeah. Maybe I should have looked at how many wins he has, but I was just looking at the losses. And it's Jericho. It's Jericho. It's MJF. It's Brody, and Darby. It's them 4.
I mean, if you look at the list of who he put over, I mean, there's a shot that Malachi Black goes over. Although, how many of those people was at their first match with him? Brody and MJF.
For sure, yeah.
Well, Jericho. I don't know if you can count Jericho.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, regardless, bringing Black in, which is huge for AEW, a huge star, or could be a huge star, was a big success in NXT. But
let's play devil's advocate, and you explain it to me. What happens if he loses? Does it hurt him?
Who, Black?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant Cody.
I don't care about it. We know it doesn't hurt Cody, but Cody won't do it.
Right away? No, it doesn't really hurt.
So his first real match and his first storyline, him losing, that doesn't put a damper on it for you?
For me personally, yes. But for most fans, no. But we are not typical AEW fans, though. That's the thing.
It's like this whole blind loyalty. It's the one side doesn't rationalize the other. He's treated so badly, but now there's going to be the excuses. But, he was in a major storyline. Oh, he was this. Oh, he was that. He still lost. At the end of the day, if he loses, he loses. I know it's only one loss for the start of his AEW career, but it's not really the start that you want to take. Look at Andrade. Andrade comes in, he gets his first win.
But he also faced Matt Sydal.
Miro comes in, he gets his first win.
Mm-hmm.
Brody comes in, he gets his first win. Moxley comes in, he gets his first win. Am I missing anybody? I think Jericho is the inaugural champion, so Jericho comes in, he's the fucking champion of the company.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that if he loses, he's not as serious right off the bat as they want him to be. And there was a tweet by, I don't know why I don't just mute them by now, but AEW on TNT, it's there's similarities, and it's Dark Sith and Obi-Wan Kenobi
doing
the lightsaber battle. So Dark Sith is supposed to be Malachi Black, and since Cody's this huge fucking Star Wars fan, he's Obi-Wan.
Okay.
That right off the bat just makes me just like.
Well, I mean, look, you're not a Star Wars fan.
No, I am. Here's the thing. I am a Star Wars fan. I do like the movies. I'm going to go to a Comic-Con or Star Wars Fest or whatever the hell you call it. Saber Fest?
No.
Is that a Buffalo thing? Saber Fest?
No. Okay, no, I was not thinking the Buffalo Sabres, but no, Saberfest is not a thing.
It's not a thing.
You were right with Comic-Con, but keep going. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I just feel like Malachi Black comes in. He's now a threat because he knocked out Arn and he knocked out Cody, and I just feel like it's the WWE thing to do if he loses.
If Malachi Black loses.
Yeah. It's like that whole thing, like if WWE would do it, like your big star that you're getting pushed down your throat, because let's face it, Cody's pushed down your throat. I'm not saying I don't enjoy Cody, because for the most part, I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's this double standard. Like, look, you did this for Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns wasn't touting fucking Mr. USA. He wasn't even giving you all that. He wasn't giving you the Hogan, or I get it, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. So, but yes, the American Dream was famous to an error, but Hogan made the America.
Yeah, that
thing,
American
like,
gimmick.
That he made it larger.
Yes.
So, if anything, Cody's the Hogan.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
He's Mr. America. He's going to win. He's going to make it about country and blah, blah, blah. It's just that.
So I'm assuming, and obviously nothing has been said.
Look,
sure.
We're looking way too far into this.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just assuming we're looking at All Out for Cody Black as the first match, because Fytr Fest Night 2 is this week coming up.
Yeah, it's not going to be. Cody's not going to do a TV match with this magnitude. Yeah, if he's going to beat him, he's going to beat him on pay-per-view.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
he's going to beat him with the most eyes on him.
You're right.
He's going to take this feud. He's going to run with it. He's going to fucking ham it up. He's going to sell. Oh, he's beating me. Oh. But now here comes the redemption story of Cody Rhodes.
And he's going to pull out the silver shovel. And
he's probably going to come out on a fucking horse. Like an all-white horse.
All right.
Dressed as like
I wasn't expecting it
dressed as a Quaker
to go this negative, but I mean, I understand.
Well, you brought up Malachi Black, and I mean, that led the big surprise. Get ready for the big surprise. That led the whole thing.
Okay, so I want to touch on another surprise.
It was absolutely demolished by WWE.
Well, yes, we'll get to that surprise.
No, but just the whole week of surprises, like returns and all that. Cool.
Yeah, WWE won the week.
Well,
for sure. But look, there's a new FTW champ. Which
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks beats Brian Cage, and
I think Ricky Starks should have. I think this. I liked that it was defended. Let's put it that way. I like that. First of all, I like that it was defended, and I hope that they continue to do this. But Ricky Starks having a title and being some sort of a focal point is a good thing.
Yes,
because he's someone that can talk you into wanting to see a match.
Well, and not only that, he's been hurt for so long, and he has been doing commentary, which he's been very good at.
They have. The funny thing is that AEW. I'm going to take this back before I even say it.
Okay.
AEW does have some really good talkers. I was going to say they might have more than WWE, and then I just rallied off like 4 off the top of my head, and I was like, oh shit, I can go way longer than that.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about fucking 2/3 of the New Day.
True. Very
plus Kevin Owens. Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not go there.
But anyway, they do have some really good talkers, and I think that they need to start utilizing them more. Like they jumped on MJF, which was rightfully so.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to do Max Caster because he's got a different flow. I mean, something we've seen before, but he's different right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ricky Starks is another one.
I think he is a very good prototypical FTW, what you would imagine an FTW champion would be.
New age FTW, someone with
exactly.
I mean, Taz was punch you in the mouth, throw you around, make you tap out, beat you down. Ricky Stark is going to be more of a suave, like manipulator type
Young Rock.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a current.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that one adapted with the times, which I think, because Brian Cage, I mean, as big and as beastly as he is, one, he's really short. Yeah. So surprisingly, he's short. Mm-hmm. So that makes him less of the monster. I know he's genetically fucking superior to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But he can't talk.
No.
I like Brian Cage. Again, I like a lot of AEW wrestlers. Mm-hmm. This is I don't have a problem picking out what I don't like about him. Like, I still like Brian Cage. I think he's, especially live, I think he's a really fun match to watch. But he's not going to talk me into wanting to see his match.
I agree. That's why Taz was put with him.
He was put with Taz. He's a situational, like, oh, that's going to be a good match. Yes. Like, I'll watch it just because of that. He's not going to talk me into, oh, I have to see this.
So, and that's a good example of that. And we just talked about this last night when we were watching the pay-per-view. Is on September 18th, there's a Icons Fest coming to Philly, 2300 Arena, and that day. But that night is Battleground Championship Wrestling. Let me make sure I get that right.
That's very long.
It is. But it's going to be Brian Cage versus Buddy Murphy.
Now, that's one of those matches like, oh, yeah. I don't need a build-up. I just want to see it.
Exactly.
If I have the chance to see it live, what's the date?
September 18th.
It's a Saturday. What do we have to do that?
We don't have anything. I will be down the shore because of a wedding.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Kyle, if you're listening, hit me up. You can go down to the 2300 Arena and dial Larry's number several times while he's down the shore.
I'd be okay with that because I want to see that match really bad.
Oh, we could see that. We could videotape it for him.
I'm down. We
could put it up on Facebook for him. He's a booker of the face.
Maybe not so much for a lot of AEW fans, but for me and you, this next match meant something because it's a local guy. He was on our show for 2 times already.
Yuta.
And that's, yes, Wheeler Yuta for Sammy Guevara.
I'm happy. Like, Wheeler Yuta, great guy to talk to. Like, yes. Really fun, interesting. I love the way he thinks when it comes to wrestling. Also happens to be a Philadelphia sports fan, which gives him extra boost.
Yes.
But I like him in the ring. I like watching him on the independents a lot, especially new Wheeler Yuta, who's an asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
I like that. I like that that's continued to carry over from Masked Wrestler. Mm-hmm. His stuff in Masked Wrestler was awesome. I know you didn't really know who it was.
But once you
found out, I mean, it's just, he's just one of them like guys that you want to root for, and getting to see him in ROH and do the Pure tournament and all that shit. That was great. He's I guess he did previous tapings for New Japan America, and he's doing a bunch of those. And then now he's in the main card on Fytr Fest in AEW. Like, it's fucking really cool to see. And he's the independent wrestling champion.
Yes. Yeah. So it was fun. It was a great match, which you wouldn't be surprised by because it was Yuta and Guevara, who you talk about one of their top up and coming future stars, even though he's still right now one of their biggest stars in Guevara. He's rising.
For an age bracket, I would say that, he's definitely like 18. He starts the beginning of the demo.
Yes. Yeah. So for him to be able to have that match on, and especially that card,
conflicting styles too, which is always fun to watch because he's been doing a lot of like same stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So getting to see him in there with Sammy Guevara it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice change of pace for him.
Exactly. And the last thing,
and pairing him up with the best friends, and
of course.
I mean, now you just fucking knock.
The last thing about Dynamite, I thought completely. Well, Fytr Fest night 1.
Do they call it Dynamite Fytr Fest?
No, it was Fytr Fest. You're right. But Dynamite, the time slot. Darby Allin versus Ethan Page in this coffin match. And I told you beforehand that I saw the week before the promo. And now we have said it many times on the show. We are not big fans of Darby Allin. It's not our demo.
We really beat a dead horse on
We really do. But
wait till you get me started on Omega.
That being said, he talked me into the match. Watching that promo that him and Ethan cut, I was like, wow, I really can't wait for this match. I like Ethan Page a lot. So obviously I wasn't not going to watch the match, but Darby made me want to watch the match for the first time.
What's funny about AEW, and I'll give them a lot of credit from our perspective, we're a little bit more lenient when it comes to them. We're a little bit more like patient. Like I want them to make these people want me to watch them. And they're starting to slowly do that with some people that we maybe weren't interested in, like Darby Allin for one. Like I've come to the conclusion that I don't mind watching his matches. I don't mind it. Like I think he's absolutely fucking insane. Like a lot of this, I think his shelf life is maybe 5.
Although if you would see Mick Foley at a young age, you would think the same thing. And look how long Mick did it. Now that
Mick had some weight behind him.
True,
Mick had some.
true.
He had some.
I'll give you
lumps to take his lumps.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a stick figure, and he's taking some like he's gonna be breaking fucking. I mean, I hope he doesn't. But
yeah,
Darby Allin is. I'm not gonna go out and buy a Darby Allin T-shirt by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't not like to watch him wrestle.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mind like him as TNT champion and the whole like good like. This is only going to help him get better at this point, I feel. Yeah. And, oh, no, wait, he's not the TNT champion.
He was. Yeah, no, he was. For that long period of time, he was.
Yeah.
Mira beat him.
Maybe him not holding the title is what changed my mind partially.
It could be.
Because I didn't really think that I didn't really like, because he was in tag team matches with Sting. I don't think he was doing anything productive with that title like they should have been doing.
I agree.
I think Sting actually stifled him.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
In a way. Yeah. I mean, I know he was there to help get him to a certain point, and maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't mind watching him now.
The cinematic match, I think, was a big turn for, at least for me, watching that match.
Yeah, I think there's some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then you watch all of his matches, you're like, holy shit, he does crazy shit in every single fucking match.
And even the same thing with this one. The coffin drop onto the coffin with Ethan Page in it was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It kind of makes sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It makes sense. But to take that spot alone, first of all, imagine being Ethan Page with that door shut, just waiting.
Ow, 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 ow.
So, I mean, all in all, I thought Fytr Fest was great. I think it's going to be even better.
Like maybe like 85 pounds. Like they list him at like I can't see him being over $135.
No, I agree. I don't think so. Because he's a short guy, too.
Not only that, but he's nothing. There's nothing to the guy.
No. I mean,
I'm saying 135 is the max. I'm putting that at the high point.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. So let's move on to Saturday, Slammiversary, one of the biggest pay-per-views for Impact Wrestling.
Slammiversary, I didn't get to watch technically. I just followed through social media and whatnot just so I can keep an eye on it because my power went out that night and I was unable to. And I didn't have a charge.
It's a good thing we're talking about all this stuff that you didn't get a chance to see.
No, but I still kept up with it.
Yes,
and I watched a lot of. I can highlight anything, and I could get the gist of wrestling. I mean, it's not that fucking hard if I see a highlight. But like, oh, I get what's happening.
Yeah. So we have again.
There was a lot of surprises,
and that's the thing is that's really where
that's
it starts.
what they did last year too. They had the surprises.
That's where the Good Brothers. I wasn't gonna say. I was gonna pass by it.
Yeah, it's like the third time it's happened. I'm in puberty again. Woohoo! They're about to grow again.
I don't think that's gonna.
Damn
happen.
it!
No, I don't think that's. But
that's not fair.
Why is it not fair? You're
because
34 years old.
Yeah. So. But my voice shouldn't be able to crack without me growing. I feel like I should get maybe a quarter of an inch every time my voice cracks past the age of 30.
So what, you'd be like 7 foot by now?
No, it doesn't happen that often, but I'm saying if it happens, I should get the extra quarter inch.
If you get going and you start really getting boisterous on the show, your voice can crack. I know words.
It's just very surprising. Boisterous.
So, like the first thing starting
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, boisterous Joe Corrado.
Finn Juice returned to Impact Wrestling.
The Impact Zone.
Yes. And I'm really happy to see them back because I love Finley and Juice Robinson. I think they're a great tag team in New Japan. I like them even better at Impact because I feel like their character obviously can be more stretched out, more turned up in Impact Wrestling, where obviously in New Japan it's not.
No, man. He always stood out. Juice Robinson.
Juice. Oh yeah,
I feel
Juice
like
always did. Yes.
That whole New Japan thing, like he was like one of the only ones that stood. I know it's easy for someone who's not Japanese to stand out.
True.
But still, I mean, just with his whole getup and his loud colors and all that, like he always stood out from.
Oh yeah,
I feel
from when he left NXT on, constantly.
Yeah, what a blessing and surprise that and disguise that was.
Yeah. But so you had Finjuice come out. There was the first surprise. And obviously, New Japan working with Impact, which they have been. Then you have the women's match where you didn't know who Deonna Purrazzo's
I thought it was going to be.
I
thought it was going to be Britt Baker.
But
then they would have. No, I mean they could have done title for title, but
yeah, I don't think they would because they already did it with Omega. I don't think they would.
I don't think they want to take the title off either of the two.
No, I don't think it'd be smart to do it either way. I think you're right. I don't think you do it. But we have Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I thought that was a good surprise. Well, Thunder Rosa is NWA or is she?
She's
AEW.
No,
she's just a floater.
She is an NWA contracted wrestler, but she's able to go to these companies and be able to wrestle.
She's a freelance signed wrestler.
But to me, and this might just be me, I don't look. She's an amazing athlete. She's a great women's wrestler.
Got a great style. I think she's got a great look. I think
one of the top women.
Different.
Period. Just nothing draws me to want to watch her. I know she's going to be great in the ring every single time.
Well, you said the same thing about Asuka, and Asuka eventually got you to the point
because she showed some personality.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe that's. I mean, you haven't really seen her enough. I mean, that match with Britt Baker, though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. In ring, she's phenomenal. I would never say she's not. It's just there's nothing where I saw her come out.
Honestly,
I was like,
let's off the top of your head, who are the women in wrestling that you're most like? All right, I want to see that. I want to see
Sasha.
Okay.
Belair.
Okay.
More recently, Bailey. Ever since her turn, I really like what Bailey was doing.
Still in the WWE.
Bubble. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, is there? I still enjoy Charlotte.
Yeah.
As much as I hate that she keeps winning, I still think every time she does it, she does something good.
Yeah. I don't mind Charlotte. Charlotte will because it's Flair, because she's done what she's done so far. Yeah, I like Charlotte, but
I'll tell you what, these next two better come in long stretches because she's almost she's what? Rick was how old when he won his 16th?
Oh,
she's freaking half that age, if not
less than that.
Nah, she's definitely half.
You think?
Yeah, because she's in her 30s.
Well, what? He won his 16th title when he was.
I mean, I know he looks 108, but he's not. I think he's only in his 70s, right?
Probably. I think. Man, maybe mid 70s? Maybe.
All right.
74.
Someone fact checked us on that.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, there are a handful of women that will not have to talk me into it, but I see they're on the card and I will want to watch
how many of
match.
them could talk you into it?
Well, Belair, Sasha,
Becky.
Well, although I didn't say Becky in the first part of the list, but yes, Becky is one who can. Bailey, yes. More recently, yeah,
Britt
absolutely.
Baker?
Britt is very good, yes. Britt's another one. And you can stop. You don't even have to ask me the rest of the women's division in AEW because I could care less. Not that they're not talented, because Sarah Deeb is amazing, but she could not. Statlander does.
She couldn't talk.
She doesn't really talk, but I know what I'm getting with Statlander. I know she's phenomenal in the ring. So if I see her on the card, yes, I will watch that.
I'm probably missing some.
Yeah, I can't really think of.
Could Carmella talk you into one?
No, it'll be the opposite. Like I don't want to watch Carmella wrestle.
Could Alexa Bliss talk you in? This version.
Yes.
This version of Alexa.
No, I don't like this version. I think it's overdone. I'm tired of it at this point.
I think it's weird. I get it. Like push the envelope. That's cool.
Yeah, but
it's just not for me. Like I don't like the whole mind controlling thing and trying to.
I was great till Mania. I was great till they cut the Fiend off. And then once they cut the Fiend, well, yeah, for now.
He's probably having more kids. I feel like he's just popping out babies now. Well, not him personally.
That would be pretty impressive.
That would be impressive. That would be a good gimmick.
It would, yes. And something Vince would totally be in for, knowing Vince's demented mind. But yeah, after Mania, I kind of checked out on Alexa. Her by herself, even though she's talented as hell, I think she's much better before that. And as just Alexa Bliss, even though I liked her as the sidekick to the Fiend. I don't like her by herself like this.
For when's AEW's next pay-per-view?
I believe it's All Out.
All Out, and that's
Labor Day weekend, or no, the Sunday of Labor Day.
Yeah,
that day before. So September 4th,
something like that.
Something like that.
So is Ruby Riott available by that time? Because I think she's going to be the first scooped up.
God, man, if she is,
so she'll come out as Heidi Loveless.
That'd be great. That would be a huge asset to the AEW women's roster.
Yeah, but does she go to AEW or does she do something else? Either way.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we're not even at WWE yet.
No, we still have a couple other surprises.
That's right.
The surprise that wasn't a surprise to most people
was
Matt
Chelsea
Cardona's
Green.
partner, Chelsea Green.
That did nothing for me. I'm not a big Chelsea Green fan.
I was a big fan of hers before WWE, and of course they wasted her. I don't blame that on her.
Well, she got hurt, but that's not her fault. Well,
not her fault.
It's her problem, but not her fault.
Yeah, but I like that she was with Cardona. Good match, good to see her. But we have her coming up anyway because she showed up on NWA as well. So there's another NWA. I wouldn't even say she's signed.
She's just freelance, just like Cardona.
But the main event of Impact brought the biggest surprise, but the match itself was phenomenal. I think Omega went to a different level, something that we haven't seen from him, even though he's done some of that stuff with Jericho and
makes Sami Callihan look legit.
Exactly. And I think that's the other biggest thing. It made Callihan look even better. I didn't think that's possible because I love Sami Callihan. And I think Omega helped him rise. And not only that, made himself look really good as well, which on the mic,
I can't.
Could care less.
I can't.
I could still watch a Kenny Omega match and be like, I love this.
Yeah.
But as soon as he takes it out of the ring,
it's just like, oh my God. I'm like, this is just like, what is this? Who is this demographic? Like, I don't get it. This is why your numbers will never get bigger than this, because what the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
And his delivery is just,
yeah.
Who is that bringing in?
The very mechanical, weird pacing.
I saw one of the not funniest, not dumbest, not interesting. Just
give me an adjective here.
I'm just looking for it. I don't know if it was stupid or ridiculous. It was just there.
Okay.
But it was someone, and it was a troll, but it popped up and I was like, this fucking Herb. It was, these are two pictures. One of the pictures, there's the most talented or the top wrestlers in the world, and the other picture is Roman Reigns and John Cena.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was like the first picture was Omega and the Bullet Club, and
other one was
Jay White, and the other one was Cena
and Reigns. I mean, look,
if you were to poll 100,000 people, I bet you 90 or higher % know who John Cena is.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that's a very small.
You don't even have to poll wrestling fans.
No, I don't. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would just 100,000 people. I'd go to Philly somewhere freaking. I would go to some tourist spot and just sit there all day, be like, "Who is this?"
Yeah, and but that's not fair. That's a little bit skewed, though. That's not fair because Kenny Omega hasn't done anything else besides New Japan Wrestling and AEW.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why it's such an asinine comment.
Okay.
Because John Cena and Roman Reigns are the absolute top of wrestling.
Yeah.
If there is a mountain and ratings draw in wrestling, it's Cena.
Yes.
Everybody else. But Roman Reigns is still there. Yeah. Especially this Roman Reigns and everything. I mean, we've seen Roman Reigns Cena before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's like, well, it's the barn burner of a match, but this Roman Reigns and whenever Cena, like Cena's pop
was huge.
It was ridiculous.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is how good Roman Reigns is, because you've grown to hate him so much that now you're excited to see John Cena. My God, it's what a concept.
And if you were actually going to sit there, anybody out there, and say that you weren't excited to see John Cena,
let's not pass over.
But it's the biggest part of the.
Hold on, and we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Don't overshadow the debut, if you want to call it a debut, of Jay White in Impact. which is pretty big for
It's
Impact
cool.
Wrestling.
It's very, very, very cool. And I like, because I don't think we've seen that one. I don't think we've seen this Switchblade Jay White versus Kenny Omega.
No,
it all is about, it's not like so much the wrestling style, because it's going to be a great match. It's so much the personality that you bring to the match and your persona and your character.
Well, and no,
Switchblade's been
the
a great
story
character
that's built in with those two.
Yes.
When you have the
Two
former
leaders,
Bullet Club
yeah.
members,
you get
yes,
two
exactly.
former leaders of the Bullet Club.
Exactly.
Then you have that's why Styles and Finn, or even that's why people want to see Styles and Omega so badly, because one dethroned the other. Like when you get that, that's like the ultimate story.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yes.
I'm not going to take anything away from it.
Yeah.
Just don't let Omega speak. Just let the match happen.
Which is never going to happen.
No, I know, because I don't even know if Jay White's that great on the mic. I don't know. Here's the thing: this whole, like their whole delivery and like this, like, oh, I'm cool. Like, come on, man, give me some personality. Be larger than your wrestling ability, because that's what gets you over. That's what is longevity. Like, because Rusev isn't the most exciting wrestler.
No,
he brought a personality. He brought
definitely
comedy. He brought seriousness. He brought a wide range of stuff to the table that wasn't just wrestling.
Yeah,
but he was able to do it,
and that's why he's probably the best he's been since WWE, because he went back to that. You know what I mean? The Bulgarian brute.
That's all
before.
fun. Like, I like Handsome Rusev and Rusev Day.
Yeah,
like that was great. That was, give me a catchphrase, get on the mic.
So you didn't like the beat when like he came out in the tank and was dead serious?
Oh, that was great, because I mean, look who he's going against. Cena. It was like the freaking perfect storm.
Yeah,
it's just Omega. His personality isn't larger than his wrestling, which might be hard for him because his wrestling is phenomenal.
You're talking best in the world.
But Rollins is up there. Rollins is up there as one of the best wrestlers.
Whether people now want to admit it or not, at any point,
but he brings something different to the table.
Yes.
He brings a character. He brings a personality. He brings the ability to make you love him or make you hate him.
Yeah.
He brings that to the table. That's why I will always put Seth Rollins as a total package over Kenny Omega. Rollins' personality can be bigger than his wrestling ability. He's really, really good in the ring.
Yes.
I mean, his Intercontinental title reign will go down as one of the best ever, just because they cemented his legacy.
Not to mention his cash in, like one of the biggest moments in the history of Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Like of the briefcase.
You're talking about one of the top moments in WWE history was that cash in.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's what I'm waiting for Kenny Omega. And I want him to do.
And now Jay White.
Here's the thing. Jay White just popped up. I'm watching Kenny Omega every week on 2 different shows sometimes. But he needs to get to the point of where his personality is at least as large as his wrestling ability. He needs to develop that. He has to. And I think he's still trying to figure it out, honestly. I think he is. He's not used to this. He didn't have to say much in Japan.
All right.
He could say a few words, and it could get over with the crowd. His goodbye and good night. That ain't going to carry you forever, bro.
No, but that's kind of the only thing he has.
He's doing the dice move too much. It's pretty much all he's got.
If you were to book Kenny Omega, I know this is hard to do because you don't know him. What would this character be? If Kenny Omega came out, took the mic, and what came out? What would draw you to Kenny Omega? What would he have to do for you to go, holy shit, look at Omega? Is there one thing that you can do? Like,
he would have to, for him to start, he can't be wishy-washy. There's too much wishy-washiness. Like, he would have to come out and be an absolute killer.
Okay.
Like, he'd have to be the best in the world. If he's honestly the best in the world, and he'd have to do it. Like,
you're talking the best bout machine, the man.
I'm talking like a mixture of, like, he doesn't have to say much, but what he does, he has to say. He'd have to be a mixture of like Triple H and Randy Orton for me.
Okay.
Like, he'd have to come out and just be this visceral, cerebral, like plotting, like, look, you're the best wrestler in the world. You can do the V trigger and all that. You can keep that fast pace, but I want to see you be more methodical. I want to see you be the best in the world, because that's how you be the best.
Yeah.
Not just that, but add something.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how I would book
I can't. Yeah, no, and that is a
and-
good start.
That's just right off the top of my head because I feel like that's something he could do, and that's something that he could be this like not so much slimy, but this evil like.
You don't think the cocky thing works for him?
No, I don't think it does because he's dressing in oversized, stupid-looking suits. I mean, dude, they had to get to the point before they were Evolution and they got to wear the suits. They had to get to that point.
Mhm.
They can't just come in wearing the suits. Like, come on, man. You don't know how to talk. Like, you don't know how to, like, you know how to get me to want to watch a match.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get me to turn on the TV just to see you build this. Like, there needs to be a longevity.
Well, yeah.
He's running out. They're bringing in these people because he's running out. Like, he's already running through everybody.
And that's, I think the biggest problem is
we have to give him the title and Impact because he's already wrestled the majority of the roster for AEW.
Exactly.
Like,
And I think
of the good people.
Yeah, you don't
He's
stop
only got
on Omega.
He's got a 3-match, 4-match. Like, who's going to be able to keep it that fresh for that long? Like, you're getting
the top guys
getting,
like Moxley, like guys who can
year-long builds with the Okada matches. Like, you're getting like, oh, someone won a tournament, they're the next in line. Yeah, so you already know it's building towards that.
Yes, but I think the biggest thing is
he don't know how to build.
If people are fast forwarding through and like, look, depending on what time it is, whenever I start Dynamite or if I'm busy or something, and I'm fast forwarding through, if I see Kenny Omega with a mic in his hand, I really don't care to stop. No. I don't need to stop. If I'm watching Raw or if I'm fast forwarding through Raw, which typically I do on a Monday night because like
there's
tonight we're recording.
Well, here's the thing. There's certain people that like you wouldn't think that I would just stop for because I want to hear it like randomly. Anytime MVP has the mic, I'm stopping and I'm listening to what because I like what MVP does on the mic.
Exactly.
There's like certain random people like Drew McIntyre. I'll just fast forward.
I agree.
He's just too cookie cutter.
I agree. Yes.
Like, oh, I'm big and I'm going to beat you. I
don't know. Was that your best?
I don't know where he got. He came from some part of Russia, I think.
Mixed with a little Cookie Monster too.
C is for Claymore. It's good enough for me. I'm lucky I have a 2-year-old.
That's so stupid.
We do this a lot.
It's so funny. Yeah, I agree.
I'd see that would make me want to watch him.
Yes, you can't stop on certain people, and he is one of them.
No, he's not. And they both companies have their people like that. I will. Oh, they're there. I want to see what they're going to do.
Yes,
I mean. I always go back to Orange Cassidy. I don't have to hear him talk, but I want to see what he's going to do because I'm interested. Like
if he's got in the back
weirdly figured out, like where he doesn't have to talk me into wanting to see him, but I still want to see what he's going to do.
Even if he's like just sitting in the back,
the obnoxious.
He doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's how brain manipulative that is. That I'm like, yeah, I want to see him do nothing rather than I want to see people do things.
Yes, you're right. No, absolutely.
It's the weirdest fucking thing.
And we might be in the minority of that because although a lot of people have come around on Orange
That's fine.
Cassidy.
It's just like, I mean, you know what he can do in the ring, but it's like what I want to see him do is like the stupid shit out of the ring.
Yeah, which most of the time is nothing.
That's the same thing with like the New Day. Like I want to see the New Day outside of the ring doing stupid shit, crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're entertaining. Like that's where you get them, like out of the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, promos in the back and all that, but even if being around the ring, they'll take my view off of what's going on.
Yes, yeah, and that's the biggest problem with certain people all over wrestling.
It's not missing in wrestling. It's just not highlighted where it needs to be. Roman's doing a really good job.
Yes,
but he's not saying that much, and really, that's his strength right now.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, they gave him It's funny when they give him the catchphrase, and they really ram it home. Mm-hmm. They really want you like that. Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Like, it's 2 words. Rusev Day was 2 words. What the hell? Where's the difference? Like the one was being chanted.
Yeah.
Like, where's the difference? The difference is of who the company wants to push.
Well, and you have the delivery too. The way you're getting something across is completely different. Now, Rusev Day was always more of a playful delivery all the time.
Not only that, but it got over like just for stupidness. Like it wasn't supposed to get over, and it did. Acknowledge Me was pushed to get over.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, acknowledge me is something that he's telling you you're going to acknowledge me, which instantly the fans are not going to like. because he's saying I'm the top guy. You're gonna recognize that I'm the top guy, and you're gonna acknowledge it. And fans are gonna go, no, fuck you. You'll never be our top, and that's why it works so well.
It was a built up for so long, and it just fits so perfectly.
Exactly.
It was just
it was there the whole time.
It was there the whole time. They're just like, well, whenever we decide to do it, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll just play the fucking slogan.
They already hate you, so now we're gonna gonna
give them a reason to hate you, and pretty soon, I think people are gonna forget that they hated them.
Yes. Yeah.
There's gonna be a time where people are going
Cena is the perfect example of that.
Do a double turn?
No, I'm just saying.
Whoa, you could do a double turn, and that would actually push Roman into a babyface role, I think, because one has been waited for longer than the other. Like, obviously, we're not waiting for Roman to turn babyface, but the company wants him to do that just so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the cool edgy thing going on, so I wouldn't do it yet, but a Cena heel turn, like full-on heel turn, would be the perfect opportunity, I think.
I think you're right. I think it's too soon right now.
It's definitely too soon. Yes, I don't want to see it.
Coming would be amazing.
I want to see Cena get cheered throughout this whole thing.
He will, and that's the best part about it.
I want Cena to be like because he's always been the ultimate babyface. He just had those people that didn't want to believe it. Like, I just want everyone to get on board and be like, all right, let's fucking cheer Cena.
Look,
let's
do something.
I know it's the first time back though, and it's a pay-per-view pop. I want to see, because they don't have a good. I mean, they're in Texas. They're not as fucking ruthless as us Northerners.
We are 26 minutes past 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So the first segment of Monday Night Raw is already done and over.
It's probably Cena.
So, and it was Cena. He was leading off Monday Night Raw.
All right.
So
I think he gets
as of right now, we have no idea what is going on.
I guarantee he gets the pop.
Absolutely.
I think so.
So you're going to get that again.
Or
we assume.
It's so weird. Like, and I would love for fucking someone who has more wrestling knowledge than me, like a former WWE, WWF person, to explain this to me. Like, why do I now want everybody to cheer Cena? Like, why do I want Cena to be so over? Like, before I didn't care. Like, why do I want to?
But you do. Point? I'll tell you this, and just from seeing how you latch on to certain people in wrestling when you're liking somebody or disliking somebody. So for a while, you liked Charlotte, but you really didn't care too much until everyone started hating Charlotte.
Yes.
And then you were like, my brain fuck that. I want her to win everything now because I'm sick of people hating and talking about it.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
and I feel like that's how you are with Cena now.
Well, here's because I think I rationalize it in my brain. Like, these people are still good. Like, people hate them for the wrong reasons. Like, people don't hate they hate that they're getting pushed down their throat, but they're all really good. Like, if you look at it, they're all really good at evoking emotion. Mm-hmm. Like, it's Cena. Yeah. I mean, he is the last lieutenant or the last.
He's the last guy who is bigger than the company. He will be the last guy. This is it. There's no Hogan, Austin, Rock, Cena. That's it. Cena's it. You're not going to see him again.
He might be. He might be it. He might be the last of the Mohicans.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what it is that when people start, like, an overly vocal amount of people start hating people, because I did the same thing with Roman. Yeah. I did the same thing with Roman before he
made that turn.
He made that turn, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I still enjoy watching Roman Reigns wrestle, and I still, like, a lot of his shit that was written was cheesy, but I know when he's put into a feud, it's going to be interesting at least. I know there's something that's going to be interesting about it. And then when they finally got on the point of where, he might lose, like, they got it to that point, because I didn't like it when it was like, it's fucking too predictable.
Yes. Yeah.
But when they, like, the Finn Balor beating Roman Reigns to get into the Universal title picture, that was like one of the biggest surprises.
Yeah. No, because no one saw it coming. You never thought that he was going to do that.
I mean, Roman, at least he only took a losing streak for so long, and then he was back to winning again.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that win-loss record. If we're talking Cody, we got to talk Roman.
True. Very, very true.
The only problem is Cody's booking himself.
Yes. Yeah. And everyone else is booking Roman. So that's a big difference. He's doing the Kevin Nash route as far as booking goes, Cody is.
Yeah. Or Triple H booking.
either one. He
Either
hates
one.
Triple H, but he's booking just like him. But
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about that. We already
said
passed
that.
by that.
Let's move on to the beginning of Money in the Bank, since we're already talking about it. We have the women's Money in the Bank, which I think a lot of people were surprised by the winner of the Money in the Bank.
At first I was indifferent.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. I actually put out a tweet that said, don't Otis this one.
Yes, you did.
And I meant that. And I still hope they don't do that. I can see them Here's what I can see them doing. And I thought about this on my ride over because I was thinking about Nikki Ash or Nikki almost
right.
a superhero.
Yep.
She's got this history with Alexa.
Yes.
Alexa's got this. This can go two ways depending on how they want to do this, but I hope it doesn't go either way. She's got this mind power thing where she can make you do things. Do they do something as ridiculous and as asinine as to have her mind power her to steal the briefcase? Do they do something that ridiculous
they hypnotize Nikki?
Alexa more over? Because winning the match wasn't enough. She was already the favorite. They already built her very, very strongly because they had everyone bury her in fucking ladders.
Yeah.
So how strong did Alexa look in that? She's 5 foot nothing. How strong did they make her look? They buried a 5 foot nothing person with ladders. Dude, that's a boost.
Yeah. That's Fiend level. That's
Yeah.
what they would do to the Fiend.
Yeah. Or that's what they would do to Strowman, or that's
Yes.
what they would do to anybody who's huge.
Yes.
Beside the point. Would
Yes.
they now take Nikki and have Alexa mind
Just
control her
the Jedi mind trick and
to take the
yeah.
briefcase, and now she's the briefcase holder, and it was really nothing. It was they build a feud, they do these like backstage vignettes, and they go into a match, and Alexa Bliss just mind controls her into a win. Or do they take it this way? If they want to do it,
Okay.
do they have Nikki overcome the mind control power and they learn her first superpower? And that would be
I like that a lot better.
If you're gonna make it this ridiculous and you're gonna do like this fucking crazy, because I was thinking about this, I was like, shit, if they're gonna let her, she's got the briefcase, then do something, do something, because right now she's not gonna beat Charlotte, although she could. I mean, Charlotte's been beaten a couple times already for Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
She could, but I don't think it should happen right now. Let her do this thing with Alexa and have her learn her superpowers like she's almost a superhero. Like, we know she can't fly. We know she can't become invisible, although they could have some fun with that and have her to like throw her voice and
they could.
Like, they could do some fun shit.
Although it's a little late now that there's fans back and you can't do a lot of the cinematic
you
stuff.
can do it in the back. Like,
True.
You can pre-record shit.
Yeah.
But have her like find her superpowers along the way. And then she builds herself up through like these little ridiculous storylines and feuds.
Mm-hmm.
And then she cashes in the money back. That's her final superpowers, that she's the champion. Like that, if you're gonna be fucking,
I agree. I like it.
Like, do that. Like, do something like, if you're gonna be ridiculous, take it to fucking extraordinary levels.
Oh, here's the thing with WWE now that I see it happening slowly but surely, and I think they're trying to fit it and disguise it a little bit, but it's still fairly obvious if you're looking at it, is more characters. More legit 1980s, early 90s characters that you're going to bring back into wrestling. And Nikki Ash is the perfect example of it.
Oh, it's the Hurricane.
And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Molly Holly.
And even to a small extent, even though that's mostly him, is Riddle. Riddle's another one. That dim-witted, high all the time. You can't tell what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah. Like, they're slowly but surely doing this to a lot of different people and moving them in that direction, which I'm fine with if they're doing it to this success. Riddle, I absolutely laugh every single time he cuts a promo backstage with whoever he's talking to. He makes me laugh every single time. It's hilarious. As stupid as it may be, as stupid as it may be, it makes me laugh.
It's like you're having a conversation with me backstage.
If you were high all the time, yes. Yeah. Which,
I could do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't count me out yet. I could do it.
But I like the way this is going. I think wrestling got too far away from characters. I think it got that bad stigma during the Attitude Era of, you know what I mean? So cartoony.
Yeah. Well, no, that was the early 90s where you had everyone was a
occupation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you had the trash man or mortician, whatever. But yes, I think character
cop,
work.
The dentist.
Yeah. The character work has to come back to wrestling.
The
More character work, for sure. And I think the WWE is slowly finding where things work and where they don't work. And I think WWE could stand out because AEW is not going to do a lot of that character work.
I don't think they have a lot of characters.
Impact has a lot of very good characters that they could. Yeah, they have done a lot of gimmicky stuff.
They're not like it might be gimmicky, but it's not like cheesy gimmicky. It's more like gimmicky, like, oh, here's my gimmick, but it's actually kind of cool.
The only thing I thought was overly cheesy was Who Shot.
But that's been like a TNA staple. Like they will go overly goofy.
But other than that, like,
I mean, look, if you're gonna push the boundaries of disbelief, make it ridiculous. Because sometimes ridiculous works.
Exactly. And that's why I honestly like Nikki Ash. I love it. Because she's so happy and you can see she's having fun.
At first when I saw it, I was like, oh no. And then I sold myself on it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna be a naysayer. I'm just gonna watch and see how it goes. And I'm gonna get upset and disappointed when I book something perfectly and it doesn't happen that way.
A lot like how we thought we were booking the Money in the Bank match. And I wanted your booking to happen so bad last night for the men's Money in the Bank.
I got the pick right.
Yeah,
I just got the rest wrong.
So for those who did not see the tweet that we put out, your prediction was for the men's Money in the Bank.
Big E wins.
Yes.
Followed by Kofi beats Lashley. Big E comes out to celebrate with Xavier Woods and Kofi for Kofi Mania 2. Hits Woods in the back with the briefcase. Hits Kofi in the back with a briefcase. It's just like the Shield.
Yeah.
But it works.
You're right.
Like, you have a faction that's like...
And now Big E is full heel.
Oh, he'd be the champion of Raw. He'd be your counterpart to Roman Reigns. You'd have another extraordinary heel. He'd go back to the 5 second. I don't care. 5 second count.
Yes.
Dude, hello. Hello, it's easy. It's just some shit's just easy. Like if you're gonna book, like I couldn't book. Here's the thing. Could I book a whole show?
You could book
for
a whole
weeks.
Show. I think you could. Absolutely.
I think I could.
I think you could too.
Honestly, I think I could. But some of the big moments, I think I could nail, and I think that's what would draw more people in.
Well, see, and that leads to my pick because my pick was Rollins winning.
Your pick also kind of happened.
Almost Rollins winning.
Your winner didn't win. My winner won.
Rollins winning and then cashing in in the main event unsuccessfully, and Roman beating down Edge. Edge ultimately losing because of Rollins coming in,
which is what happened.
And then
just without the briefcase.
Yeah, and then John Cena comes out to make the save and confront Roman.
You had the players right. You just didn't have the scenario.
Yeah, the specifics were a little off, but I was close. I mean, that pop, like we said, for having John Cena come out, and I'm kind of mad that I knew that all these rumors were being said that he's coming because it lessened the surprise for me. Yeah. I was expecting.
You said that, and
John
now I was
Cena.
like, well, it's going to be Cena, but I was still like, well, maybe it's because I said if The Rock comes out, that's your extraordinary pop,
which I now wish would have happened because then I would have legit been surprised.
Yeah, right.
Which it would have felt better. But Cena's music hit.
It was
happy. Great.
Oh, I was too. It still put a smile on my face, which is ultimately what I wanted. Yeah, like I wasn't like if I was there, I probably would have been like, oh yeah.
Yes, sort of like when the Dr. Thugonomics came out at Mania.
That was phenomenal.
That was
probably like one of my top 2 things seeing live.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll put that up there.
What was one?
I don't know. Like I feel like I've seen a lot of cool shit. It might be Gargano.
I was gonna say, do you think there's anything to ever top Gargano Andrade at TakeOver?
I think there's definitely potential for a match anywhere. Like I could see, like if I was there live for that Pac, Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega match, that probably would have the same feeling. Like the guy that I was like. Because I was the same way. I was like, Gargano's got to win.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to. And then when he didn't, I was like, oh, man. But I was like, I don't care. I'm so fucking amped up. Like, I'd feel like the same way. I feel like I would have been the same way
with that triple threat. I got you.
So I think that if I were to go, I mean, NXT could do it.
Yeah, like NXT, I agree. I agree. NXT would do it. Well,
if I want to be there for one of those North American title fucking ladder matches.
Yes.
That's why I wish I was there for the first one.
Yeah, that first one was absolutely
insane.
Was insane. For real. But now, what we may have missed, which I don't know, obviously, because
We talked about a lot.
no, I'm saying
We missed something.
as of what we're doing right now, missing Monday Night
Well,
Raw
that's probably
is the rumor of Goldberg showing up tonight
and challenging
and
Lashley.
challenging Bobby Lashley. Now, this could happen. It could be happening right now. We have
It could
no
be.
idea. Or
Well, we'll find out soon.
or it could not happen at all, and we're just saying this for nothing before we put this out.
Who's next for Lashley though? It's
Did you do that on purpose?
No,
Okay.
because I was going to say maybe Lesnar.
I rather Lesnar than Goldberg. Goldberg is completely
And Goldberg's going to
ruined
win
for me. He's ruined for me. I will never ever like Goldberg ever again.
What did it for you? Was it the jackhammer?
No, it
Was it when he concussed himself for the Undertaker?
Actually, that didn't bother me. It was
And then drop the Undertaker?
no.
He's got many failed jackhammer.
A botch is a botch, and knock yourself out and during a match.
That's normal.
No, accidents happen in a match. I'm fine with that.
So what did it?
It was the beating
Lesnar?
No. Beating Kevin Owens for that title. There's no fucking way you can tell me that those two were a better pick than Jericho Owens with the title after
you?
Festival of Friendship.
For you, yes, but for the general fan,
for the casual
which is
Attitude Era, I don't like anything but the Attitude Era fan. Yes,
and that's who's gonna
draw
more for ticket sales.
But I think how you pass up with the Festival of Friendship and everything that went into
storytelling. I agree that it's
like,
it would have been the better match.
I absolutely can't stand Goldberg because of it. I hate seeing him. And the second there's a rumor, and honestly, that's why I wanted him to go to AEW, so he can fuck up AEW and not fuck up WWE. Because I hate Goldberg that much that I don't want him to
fuck up my company that I actually want to watch. Fuck up the company that I don't care about.
No, because I want let him work with all those young guys.
And
let him
beat them.
take someone else's spot. Like that Kevin Owens thing, it ruined Goldberg for me. From that point on, I don't want to see Goldberg ever again. Ever.
So what if he beats Lashley and then Big E comes out and cashes in on him?
Well, of course I'd be happy for that because I want Big E to hold it. I don't want Goldberg anywhere near the title, period. But if Big E's going to take it off him, that makes it even better.
Okay.
But no, I'd rather.
So you would rather watch.
I'd rather watch.
You'd still watch Goldberg lose the title.
If there's talk of Big E cashing in, then yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But I'd rather Big E cash in on Lashley and watch Big E Lashley. Because then look, he's face, so I feel like I don't think he's going to do it out of nowhere. I think he's going to be another one of those guys that tells him when he's going to do it.
I hope not.
I hope not as well. I
hate the Cena route.
Yeah,
but
anything's
possible.
Totally see him doing it. So I think we'll wrap it up there. We talked about enough, like you said.
We talked about a lot.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed the show.
Look what happens when fans come back. There's a lot more shit to talk about.
And that's the other thing. One quick thing. Thursday night or Friday night on SmackDown and last night on Money in the Bank. Phenomenal watching wrestling again.
Oh, we didn't even mention Finn Balor.
We did not mention Finn Balor going to SmackDown.
Jesus.
We didn't.
That was a good
That's
one,
the
too.
thing we surpassed. Yes.
That was one of the big ones.
It was.
A lot bigger than Mandy Rose showing up on NXT.
Yeah, I'm glad I surpassed that one. I could care less about that. But yeah, Finn going to SmackDown is amazing. Having fans back and Edge's entrance when he came out on Friday night was
that was nice.
I think was bigger, honestly, on Friday than it was on Sunday.
It was it was louder because it was more compressed.
Exactly. But fans, thank God there's fans back in that arena because it is 1,000 times better to watch.
WWE is going to be ramping it up.
They are. And there's only more rumors leading into SummerSlam.
I heard that they don't want to let up the surprise.
That's coming.
They don't.
Yeah.
Want,
They
don't
the
want
momentum.
They don't want to let up on the surprise. So they just might fucking.
This might be all the way, God,
to SummerSlam.
I think it's going to go
Vince
longer.
is on the phone every day with The Rock. He's trying to get through.
Yeah,
he's trying to get through for The Rock.
I don't think we see The Rock till
Mania.
No, I don't think we're seeing The Rock till Hollywood Mania, which is 2 years. Well, little under 2 years away. But yeah, because this year's in Dallas. that short, and he'll be talking to us
Dig what I'm saying?
about his big match coming up with Matt Taven in a steel cage in night 2 in Philly in 2300 Arena, which we will both be at. So if you haven't got tickets, there are still tickets available today. I know someone who bought them, so they are still there, general admission and up. So go get tickets for that. Also, we are, as we have been before, official sponsors of Camp Leapfrog, and it's Abby Jane's 21st birthday show.
August 8th.
Yes, August 8th, Williamstown, New Jersey, right where H2O wrestling is. So get tickets for that. Tickets
H2O's
still
got a lot
available.
of shows going on too.
Yes, yeah. Always look out for H2O. Amazing cards they put on as well. A lot of local wrestling
local talent
here in Philly. So
up and comers.
Yes, look out for all the local, especially now that we can all go. This is Camp Leapfrog's first show
event
with fans. So try and sell this out and try and get as many people there as we can. Support Camp Leapfrog. And not only that, next week, I believe we have Abby Jane herself right before her 21st birthday event. So we'll be talking to her next week.
Let's get drunk.
That would be pretty fun to see Abby Jane drunk, but we'll see what happens. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, help us out. And if you are somewhat of a Seinfeld fan or just like to listen to us talk, check out Yada Yada Yada, our show about nothing. And
it really is a show about
it really is. It's not.
You think we talk
tagline.
about nothing here?
Yes.